We're a mom and son travel duo,
inspiring authors,
sharing world adventures with you, and inspiring dreams, bringing inspiration for creation to you,
exploring the world and finding greatness.
We're here to energize your dreams and adventures through travel. This is Global Footprints Stories Podcast, and I'm your host, Deborah Haile.
And I'm Jonah Seyum.
And we are a mom and son duo of Tiny Global Footprints. We will be sharing our adventures, our stories, tips, ideas, and recommendations from our world travels and best-selling children's books. Our book series is titled Jonah's Global Footprints, and we published the first one in 2019. As well as in this podcast, we will be interviewing our fellow travelers, authors, writers, and aspiring entrepreneurs, both kids and adults. Be ready to learn more from us, the Mom and Son team, and inspire and create and pursue your own dreams and adventures. We are very excited to be here and looking forward to being in this journey with you. So, Jonah, this is our first episode of our podcast.
Yep.
Are you excited?
Very.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm nervous. You can tell?
Yeah.
So, we are going to be talking about our first trip. And this is our first episode. How do we start our travel journey? This is a mom and son travel journey that we started. And from that, we started writing books, which has been amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many books do we have so far?
So far, we have 3 books.
Yeah. What are they?
They're mostly about our travels.
Okay, so we have 2 in the series, in the Jonah Global Footprints.
And then I have mine that I wrote by myself.
Yes. And we have more coming out, and we'll be discussing that in the coming episodes. But today, we want to focus on how we started our travel journey. And we started because Mom was tired of working all the time and also just working all the time. And I was also in grad school.
Yeah.
So I decided to basically spend more time with Jonah and to take him in our first travel to Dominican Republic. And it was a Thanksgiving, and we just needed a break. And that's how it started. And when we went to Dominican Republic, I was scared to take a toddler to a foreign country. But once we went to that trip, it kind of stuck, and it ignited this big travel journey. Yeah. And do you remember that trip?
Yeah, I kind of do.
You do?
Well, I remember from pictures.
You remember from pictures. But so we went to Dominican Republic, and you were 18 months old. So I don't think you remember that trip.
I don't either. I just remember the pictures.
But from that experience, it was relaxing for a mom who was working so hard all the time, and I was in grad school as well. And so it was also an escape from our day-to-day. We found travel to be the way we get away from our daily headaches, our daily tasks and responsibilities, and time for us to also bond, right? And have this amazing adventure together. So from our travels, we have been able to learn a lot, and that's how we started writing our books. We decided to write our books simply because we wanted to share our stories, and that everyone asked, how are you doing this? How are you in grad school and working full time and have a child and still traveling? So I started writing the books to just show that it is possible. You can do it, even though you're being pulled in so many directions. It's so important to get away from your everyday and show your child the world and experience this break that you deserve. So from our travel, what do you enjoy the most about our travels?
I enjoy the sunny days and the culture, learning new languages. I also enjoy the food a lot. It's very tasty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jonah, on this first episode, do you want to tell us what has been what are your 5 top favorite countries?
So number 1 is Thailand. So,
Why? You got to give us a reason.
Yeah. Number 1 is Thailand because we also wrote a book about that.
Yeah. And what is the book called?
The Search for the Elephants in Thailand.
The Search for Elephants in Thailand is our first book.
First book.
Yeah. And how old were you when we went to Thailand?
4 or 5.
I think you were 4.
4.
Turning 5.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah,
4.
you were 4. And what do you remember from that trip?
I remember that.
Because now you're 8.
Yeah,
so that was 4 years
that was
ago.
like half my age. So I remembered that the food was very yummy.
What did you like about the food? I think
food?
that's the one thing you love.
Yes.
When we go to countries that has what?
Rice.
Rice, he will be in love with that. So, okay, you tell us.
Because I always eat rice. It's my favorite. So I had it sometime for breakfast, every day for lunch, and almost every day for dinner.
Yeah, and you were excited about that, right?
I was so happy.
We went to, first we went to Bangkok, and we had a few days there, and that was great. We went to all the temples. We did tuk-tuk. We took tuk-tuk and went around the country, went around the city.
It's a small taxi with 3 wheels.
And you enjoyed that, right? Because
Yeah.
it was going really fast.
It was fun.
It was fun. And Bangkok was really fun. We enjoyed that. And then we went to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai was our favorite because in Chiang Mai, what did we get to do?
We got to see elephants.
And I got to touch and spend time with
a tiger, but sadly I didn't because I was only 4 and they would think that I'm just a little toy and they'll eat me.
That's what they said to you, right?
Yeah.
So the people that were next to the tigers told us Jonah cannot see or spend time with the tigers like I did because they would think he's a toy and they would come and basically
Eat him.
So we had to make the decision for Jonah not to go and do that.
At least it was a good experience to watch it.
Yeah, right? You watched them from afar.
Yeah.
And then from there we went to Koh Samui, which is an island.
Yes.
It was an amazing island with just white sand and blue waters, just beautiful.
And beach.
The beach sunset was amazing. We went to Koh Tao as well while we were there.
It's a close island near Koh Samui.
Yes, it is a close island. You remember that?
Yeah.
And we took a boat ride there.
That was fun.
We did, right? The whole day.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, it was the whole day.
Yeah, we went snorkeling.
Yeah, wait, did I go snorkeling?
You did not go snorkeling.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you
Because
didn't.
I don't. Oh yeah, I know why.
Why?
Because I think it was that day I fell and I hurt my leg, so I couldn't go. And since the salt water would hurt it.
Yeah, you were crying because it was like, oh my God, it's gonna sting my feet, right? It's gonna hurt. But
so I just stayed on the boat. It was fun watching you jump off the boat.
Yeah, I jumped off several times
Yeah, like 6.
from like the top, right?
Yeah, like the top.
Yeah, I was jumped off and you were cheering me on.
It was like a dolphin.
Yeah. So, okay, Thailand was your favorite. After
Yeah.
Thailand, where do we go? I'm not where did we go, but what was your next favorite?
Oh, my next favorite was Cuba.
Okay.
I like Cuba. That's also our second book.
It is like a second book. And what's our second book title?
Finding My Amigo in Cuba.
Finding My Amigo in Cuba, yes. Uh-huh.
So why I like Cuba is because we got to ride horses. And that was fun because it was a long way, so we got to see everything and the horse was going like up and down like a roller coaster.
And it was like windy roads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and hills, up the hill and down the hill.
It's actually funny because our horse's name was Chocolate.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah. Wow, you were really young when we went there. And
Yeah, like 3.
Yep, you were 3 when we went to Cuba, and we spent the whole day going. We were in Vanellis, right? First, when we went to Cuba, we went to Havana.
And then Havana.
In Havana, we spent a few days there. Went around the city, looked at the old cars, and ate some good food.
What I liked about Havana is that they also had rice. It was so yummy.
But they didn't have Wi-Fi, so we struggled there.
Yeah, it's like, didn't we have to go somewhere to get Wi-Fi?
Yeah, we had to go to like a store or cafe where you have to buy a card and then you get Wi-Fi.
Then you do Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so
It
that
was
was
hard.
It was a little bit hard for sure.
But since there's no like Wi-Fi to play like video games or anything, everybody, all like the kids, they would play soccer outside.
And you liked that, right?
Yeah, and I also played.
You did, yeah. That was fun, right?
Yeah, that was actually fun.
Yeah, and you met so many people there too.
Yeah.
And they love kids in Cuba. They came and they were like, "Oh, niño, niño." They were all trying to take picture with you too.
I know. I was like, oh, hello.
You
Is it like this in every country?
I know, right? I know.
Yeah.
And they were saying also they were giving you like candy and food and stuff.
I remember.
You do?
Yeah, like lollipops.
And they were like our host, our Airbnb host. She was teaching you. She was like, "Buenos dias." Every
I
morning.
remember it. I remember where we slept.
Yeah.
And it was like that little place. Like,
Yeah, because we went with some friends and we rented this Airbnb, right? And we stayed with this family. They made us breakfast every morning, traditional Cuban breakfast. We did not have that in Havana. We stayed at an Airbnb in Havana, but it was kind of like an apartment. But we got Havana. Actually, we got lost, Jonah and I.
Yeah,
when we
we
first got
actually
there.
did.
That was not fun.
No.
And we got lost. We were not able to find our way for a while. However, we found our friends finally. And it was hard to find them because there was no Wi-Fi in the house that they told us to come to. They were not there. So there was no way we could communicate to anybody because we didn't know how to speak Spanish.
Yeah, we didn't know
it was
Spanish. There was no Wi-Fi.
Yep. But we found them. We enjoyed Havana. Then we went to Vanales and had horseback riding. Stayed with the family.
Yeah,
right?
it was fun.
Yeah, with the family that hosted us. And then we went to Veradero, right?
Veradero.
And Veradero was fun.
Oh, yeah, because that's actually one of my favorite places because they had like a nice sandy beach and I even played in the sand and I made a big sand castle with some other people.
Yeah.
It was like so big though. It wasn't like those small ones where you use buckets.
It was Christmas time, so we were wearing Christmas hats.
Yeah, and I had a Christmas hat.
Yeah.
A Santa hat.
A Santa hat. Yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy all of our Jonah's Global Footprints book series directly on our website at tinyglobalfootprints.com. That's also where you can find Jonah's own best-selling kids' books. His new book, What Does Daddy Do All Day, just hit the bookshelves. The next chapter of Jonah's Global Footprints series will explore Eastern Africa. Join us on life's adventure at tinyglobalfootprints.com. We had some yummy food there too.
Yeah, there also was yummy food.
Yeah, we stayed at a resort there, and that was good. The resort we stayed at was really amazing, and they had buffet and live music.
Yeah, and they would dance in the street. Like at nighttime, they would dance. And one of the people, they brought me to dance with them.
Yeah, and they took you around, and they went like this, right?
Yeah.
And they twirled you around, and you danced.
It was actually fun.
You were doing salsa dancing.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun. Cuba was a lot of fun. A lot of people were kind of, giving me a hard time because they're like, it's not safe with kids, but it's the safest country,
It's actually pretty fun with kids.
Yes, it is pretty fun with kids, and we enjoyed it. Even the friends that went with us were not parents or didn't have kids, and they enjoyed it with you, right? And they loved it.
If you went without me, would it be as fun?
No, I don't think so.
No, probably not.
That's a good question. I don't think it would have been that much fun. With you there was amazing.
Yeah. Because I'm in there with you. It's more fun.
Agreed. Okay, what's the next country?
My next third favorite country is Eritrea.
Oh, Eritrea. Okay. Tell us about Eritrea.
So Eritrea is where we're actually from.
Our family's from
Our family
Eritrea.
from
And mommy
Eritrea.
and daddy were born in Eritrea.
Eritrea.
Okay.
And what I like about it is because the food is so good. Sadly, it doesn't have rice, but it does have pizza, pasta, and our traditional food, injera.
Injera, what do you like to eat injera with? Because
I-
injera is the bread.
Yeah, that's like the bread of it, and then you eat stuff with it.
Yeah. How do you do that?
So what I like to eat with it is like a shiro.
Churro, that's...
That's like a, what is it? Lentil?
So you like lentils?
Yeah.
Right. And you
I like lentils, and timtimo is it's basically just lentils.
It is.
So I eat that too.
Yeah.
It's so yummy.
It is. And you like dorho, which is the chicken.
Chicken, dorho, and also some boiled eggs with
the
it.
dorho.
With the dorho.
That goes with it.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah, our traditional food is really good and you enjoy it, even though it could be spicy sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a little spicy. So I recommend that you should have water with you when you eat it.
What else do you like about Eritrea?
I also like the culture. We have a language called Tigrinya. And we have 9 tribes in Eritrea.
Oh, what other 9 tribes?
There's Tigre, there's Bilen, Afar, Hedareb, Tigrinya, Rashaida, Saho, Nara, and Kunama.
Good job! I don't think I would have said them that quick without any help. Good job.
I memorized them.
You did. And you also have Tigrinya lessons because
with
you
my
learn
grandpa.
with grandpa. So you brush up on your languages. All languages, but Tigrinya especially because you need to know it, right?
Yeah.
So who do you speak it with though?
I usually speak it with you.
You do?
Sometimes. I speak it with my grandpa and all my family members in Eritrea.
Yes. And when you go there, you'll get to speak it again, right?
Because now I had a lot of Tigrinya lessons.
Yeah.
So now I can speak more.
Absolutely. What's another thing you like about Eritrea? What are the cities you like in Eritrea?
Oh, and a city the main capital city is called Asmara.
Yes.
And that's fun. And it's super fun.
What do you like to do in Asmara?
I like the cars are kind of old, like Cuba, kind of. And there's like buildings, but they're actually kind of like churches, right?
The architecture? So yeah,
Kind
like the cathedral?
Yeah, cathedral.
What do they call it?
Cattedrale.
Yeah, because Italians built it, right?
Yeah.
So there is a lot of Italian art
Italian,
and Italian architecture.
That's why there's a lot of pizza and pasta,
Exactly.
like Italian food.
Exactly. And a lot of people know how to speak Italian.
Yes.
Like your great-grandpa, your grandma. Your grandma.
They all do.
Yeah, Grandma Miriam knew how to speak Tigrinya.
Yeah.
It's Italian. So that's good. And then what else do you like which other city do you like in Eritrea?
I've also been to Keren.
Keren?
Yeah,
That's another city in Eritrea.
Yeah, it's another city in Eritrea. And I bought some shoes called Congo. They're not like sneakers or Air Jordans like we have now, but they're like they have holes in them, kind of.
Yeah, they're like sandals.
Sandals, basically.
Yeah. But didn't they hurt your feet?
Yeah.
And
it was kind of sandy, so it got in my shoe and it was feeling weird.
Yeah. What other city do you like in Eritrea? Another city you've been to is Massawa.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember Massawa because I was like 1.
Yeah, so you've been to Eritrea 3 times.
3 times.
And the 4th time is coming up soon.
Yep, soon.
And you were 1 when we went the first time.
Yeah.
And we did go to Massawa that time. And you really enjoyed it.
I remember from pictures that we got to ride a camel.
Yes, you did get to ride a camel.
And we were at the beach.
Yep, with the family.
Yes.
And you were laughing and swimming. Yep, Massawa is a beautiful city. That's the Red Sea, basically, right? And you got to swim there.
Yeah, I got to swim there, see everything.
Yeah, it was like your first time in the Eritrean
Red Sea.
Red Sea. Yes, you loved it. Okay, what's another country you enjoyed and you loved? From
I
our
enjoyed
travels?
Dubai.
Yeah?
I've been, I've been
Why do you
there.
enjoy Dubai? Tell
I've
us.
been there like 3 times because when we go to Eritrea, it's nearby, so that's where we like a layover.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the buildings, and because like the tallest one, I even got to see it, but I didn't go all the way.
You did.
Wait, really?
When we went the first time, you did.
Oh,
We did go.
all
There is
the
a
way
picture of us being all the way on the top.
Yeah,
And that was
and
fun. That was
that
a
was
lot of-
actually pretty fun.
The view. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
and the view.
You do
and-
remember that?
Well, I don't remember from the first time,
But the second time we went? Okay, yeah.
and the second time we even went to a restaurant with some family members, right?
We did. And we had dinner by the water
By the
fountain.
water, and they had like a water fountain show.
Yeah, and it was dancing with
Yeah.
the music, right? Dubai is your favorite,
Yeah,
I think.
and it was
you lo-
also your birthday.
It was my
So they had
birthday.
a happy birthday to you, and they had a nice little cake.
Yeah, for me, right?
Yeah.
It was the yummiest cake, actually.
It was good.
Yeah. And we went to the Mall of Dubai.
Mall of Dubai.
And then we
And
did a
we-
tour.
And we saw an aquarium, right?
We did see an
Yeah.
aquarium, yep. Because the Mall of Dubai, it has an aquarium in it. And then we went around the city and did a tour of the whole city, too. And that was good because we got to see like different parts of Dubai. Not just like the mall side, but everything else.
And when we got a hotel, it was literally unexpected
Why was it unexpected?
because we didn't have a hotel room. We were just there for like an hour, so we weren't booked or anything.
We didn't think it was going to be 12
Yeah,
hours. We
but-
thought we were in Dubai for 1 hour.
Yeah, like we got there at noon, and our flight was until midnight, but we didn't
was-
even know.
Yeah, our flight was like at 3 a.m., but we got there like in the morning, basically.
Yeah. So
You
we
remember
were
that?
like, oh, we don't have a place to stay. What are we going to do until 3 a.m.?
So we went.
So we went to a jewelry store.
No, it's called souk. It's the gold souk.
Gold
it's souk. Basically, it's the gold market of Dubai.
So it has
We were-
like
we were-
rings.
Yeah, because I bought my ring
Yeah,
there.
a golden ring with a turtle.
Yeah, and there was a gold. So there was gold souk and there was spicy souk, which is like the market for spices, and then the market for gold. So we went there to just look and buy stuff, and then we ended up finding this nice hotel there.
Yeah,
so
we didn't even. It was unexpected.
Unexpected. We checked in, right?
Mhm.
And then we went and decided to have dinner with family.
Yeah.
Had dinner with family, and then what did we
And
do?
then we went back to the hotel to sleep. I was really, really, really tired.
You
So
remember
I
that?
slept and slept.
For
and
2
then-
hours.
For 2 whole hours. And then by 12 o'clock, my sleep got ruined and we had to get to the airport.
Exactly. Yeah, because we just came from back. We
Yeah.
were coming back from Eritrea,
From Eritrea.
and we were exhausted already.
Really exhausted.
But that trip, you're right. It was so unexpected. We thought our layover was going to be an hour or two. It ended up being like 12 hours or longer. And so we had to do, but sometimes when you're traveling, things like that happen, like unexpected. Like when we went to Thailand, we were not going to go to Koh Samui. We were going to go to Koh Samui, but we're not going to go to Koh Tao.
Oh.
And then last minute we added Koh Tao because our friends were going to Koh Tao. You remember?
yeah, they
so
were
our
going.
yeah, so we decided
So
to
we
just
wanted
go
to
and
go
join
with
them.
them.
And then when we were coming back from Eritrea, we're
Yeah,
like,
we
oh,
were-
we only have a couple hours here.
And then it ended up to be 12 whole hours.
And then we're like, oh, we need to get a hotel. So
Yep. Or else we're just gonna sit here, watch everyone in the hotel, and
Or in the airport.
In the airport, just sitting.
the duty
watching the
free,
plane go
basically.
by.
Yeah. So what do we learn from like some of our travels? Well, okay, you said okay, keep going. 4 countries.
then
What's
this
the
is the
last
last
country?
one.
Yeah.
The last one is I don't really remember Dominican Republic, but our latest one that we've been to, Colombia.
Colombia. I thought you were gonna say South Africa.
I like Colombia more.
Really? What did you like about Colombia?
I like Colombia, like the music and they had nice music, like you know that part,
Which one?
the boo 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 boo,
Okay,
like
yeah.
where they played it.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we actually went to Cafe Del Mar.
Yeah, we did. Good memory for dinner and
Yeah.
saw the sunset.
We saw the sunset, and we actually saw the big Colombian flag.
Yeah. But where in Colombia did we go to?
We went. Do we take a boat?
No, we went to Cartagena.
Cartagena.
Yeah,
Isn't that
Cartagena,
the-
Colombia is where we
Yeah.
went, right?
Yeah, that's where we went, and we went. We climbed like that mountain.
Yeah,
Was
the
it?
lava.
The lava mountain,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and there was mud in it,
Mm-hmm.
and we were swimming in it,
In the mud.
swimming in mud. But there was no like you can touch the bottom or anything like that.
Yeah. How tall was it? It was a
It
volcano.
was
That's why.
actually a volcano and
Yeah.
then mud in it.
Yeah. So what was the volcano?
So it was like, 20 something thousand feet
Yes.
deep.
Deep. And you can't feel anything.
No.
And you can't move very well.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like you have to push to move.
Basically. Uh-huh.
So that was fun and hard at the same time.
Yeah.
And after we there was like a lake,
Yeah.
and we went in there to wash our body off, and some people did it for us.
Yeah,
So
there
we're
were
like,
women. There were some women that come. So you go to the volcano, you spend a few minutes there swimming, and you're covered in mud. Basically,
So
and then you get
and
out.
it quickly dries, so you want to wash everything off.
Yeah, but it's so good for your skin. That mud was
Yeah, it
so
makes
good.
you
Smooth. So we went from there, and then they washed us off at the lake. There was
Yeah.
this ladies. They come and they wash your whole body basically to get the sand or the mud out.
Mud.
But they also obviously you need to tip everybody, so you have to be ready for that when you go to do that excursion
Yeah, like you need
and
like,
that activity.
like a towel.
But tip everyone that was helping us as well. All those people that were
Yeah,
helping us,
yeah,
like
yeah.
somebody was holding my phone, another person was
Yeah,
holding
and
us, and our
another
taxi,
person-
and then they were washing
another
us.
person
and
was-
tip everybody.
Yeah, like washing us, and another person was taking our pictures,
Yeah.
and driving our taxi, and all of those things.
Exactly. So okay, Colombia, mud. What else? Cafe Del Mar. What's another thing you did?
And when we climbed the big one and we saw the top, what is that?
Oh yeah, we when we went to the castle.
Castle,
Yeah.
the castle.
The castle
It
was
was
cool.
there was a lot of stairs, a lot of tunnels,
And hot.
and it was really hot. It was like 90 degrees or something.
Yeah, it felt like that. Yeah.
And so like every time we get higher, it's actually getting hotter because you're closer to the sun. So
Yeah.
we were struggling. But then we finally made it to the top, and we saw the Colombian flag. We took some pictures.
We jumped
We
around.
jumped around. Wasn't there something up there?
Oh, and then there was a guy who
Yeah,
was in
and
the
then there was a
military,
guy.
like doing some
Trumpet.
and then
And he had like a hat,
yeah, he did.
and we took some pictures with him.
Yeah.
And then we went all the way back down.
Yes. And our taxi driver was the most amazing taxi
Yes.
driver. We do have a blog post on this on tinyglobalfootprints.com. So check it out. Yeah, we have some cool tips about Colombia, and also I think Dominican Republic too, and others. So check out our website for more information on this, tinyglobalfootprints.com. What else?
So
What else did you enjoy about Colombia?
I remember that we went to the beach, right?
Yeah, we spent the whole day
Yeah,
there.
yeah. We
And you
spent
went
the whole
snorkeling.
Yeah, and that was my another favorite part, because when we went snorkeling, when you do the goggles and go under, you could stay for like a long time, and there was like fish, big fish, small ones, little striped with black and yellow, different colors. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was your first time, right?
First time ever.
Snorkeling.
Yeah.
And now you enjoy it.
Now I want to do it again
Yeah.
and again.
And you did it at where else did we do?
Key West.
When we got back
Yeah,
from Colombia,
from
like a few
Colombia.
weeks later, we went to Key West,
West.
so you did it again.
Yeah.
But we didn't see fish like that.
No, it was. I only saw like
2.
like 5 or something.
Okay, yeah. So you enjoyed Colombia too.
Yeah.
So what do you say are your travel tips from all the countries you've been to?
I would say try and learn new languages
Okay, 1.
and see their culture, explore it,
2.
and try out their new food. And don't be scared if it's not going to be good or disgusting. It'll be good.
Just try new food.
Yeah, just try new food.
New types of food, right?
New types, yeah.
Okay.
And
3. What else would you say? Talk to the people
yeah, talk to the people
and spend time with
and
the
spend
locals.
time with the locals and try and figure out what they do, like for their hobbies, like outside.
And play with them,
And
like
play.
you played soccer
Yeah,
with them, right?
play with them.
Yeah.
Play
Okay.
with the people.
Uh-huh.
So those would be my
With the local people, right?
yeah, with the locals.
Yeah. Good. And then what else would be your 5th one? If things happen unexpectedly, like Dubai,
Always be prepared.
be prepared. And if things happen unexpectedly, it's okay.
It's okay.
It happens. So you just got to go with the flow and basically figure out a solution for that unexpected hardship that comes your way. Because when you travel,
Like
it's
Dubai.
never smooth. But that wasn't really a hardship. It was easy. We got there, got our hotel, we ate.
But how about the one to Kotal? Was that a hard one or easy?
The Kotal one? I booked it when we were in Bangkok.
Oh,
And because we had friends there, it was easier.
it was easier. Like
Yeah.
they could tell us.
Yeah, where to stay
do,
and stuff.
yeah.
But in Kotal, in the island we went to, we booked everything and it looks really nice and beautiful. But when we got there, the hotel was terrible. It was like you could see cockroaches and stuff like that. And so I was like, we're not staying here. So I basically packed. We didn't even check in to the room. I opened the door, closed it, and then we went to a different resort because the first resort we went to was not what it said it was online. So you
But
have to
I
be
do
careful
remember.
and read.
Yeah, read
the
everything what it
reviews.
says.
And
Even if it
reviews.
says it's good, even if you already paid for it and it's not good, just go to another one.
And read reviews.
I don't know if this is a word, but stayable.
All right. Well, that's it. And for our first episode, thank you for joining us. And we are excited to be here.
Yep.
We are going to see you on our next episode. Episode 2. We'll be there. Yes. We'll see you next week. Thank you. And again, you can find us at Tiny Global Footprints. I am your host, Deborah Haile.
And I am Jonah Seyum.
And we are the mom and son travel duos and best-selling authors bringing you stories from Global Footprints Stories podcast. Thank you.
Bye.